Alrighty, this is the last video. This is an update to my DVD and book collection. A few things that I had picked up along the way in multiple places, either online or in person. So here we go. The Blacklist, Volume 2. It was a little show that they had on HBO, like a little documentary thing about Black America. This one I snagged in Harlem. I'm trying to remember the store that was in Harlem that had this stuff. Can't remember it off the top of my head. I think it was Kiss. Not too sure. Hopefully they're still around. But yeah, I had snagged them when I was over there, and that was probably was last year, most likely. Yeah, this one had RZA on it, of course. TD Jakes. Let me see who else. A couple other people. Oh, Maya Rudolph, who, if you don't know by now, is Minnie Riperton's daughter. God rest her soul. This is a pretty good documentary. Hip Hop Nation, Notes from the Underground, Volume 4, with RZA. This is another rare DVD. It's kind of hard to find, but I happen to snag it on Amazon. Now, this is a movie that some people know about, some people don't, depending on how you look at it. This was a movie that Chadwick Boseman did after 42. Well, it was released after 42, or I think it was. I'm not too sure. It could have came out before 42. I know he made it before he did that movie. But this is a pretty interesting movie. Didn't like how it ended, but it was a good movie nevertheless. I love Chadwick Boseman. And no, it's not because of Black Panther, because I was a fan of his before the whole Black Panther thing. But I am proud of the brother because he has come a long way. And he's a great actor. I mean, it goes without saying, he's a really great actor, man. And he ain't too hard on the eyes either. He a fine brother. But yeah, you know, I had to snag this movie to kill whole. And of course, 42. Had to have it in my collection. Jackie Robinson, a legend in his time, opened up the doors for so many of us. And Chadwick really did him justice in this movie. Period. Get on up. I remember I was wanting to see this in the movie theater for eons when it came out at the time. I never got a chance to see it in the movie theater, unfortunately, but I did see it eventually when it came out. Well, first I saw it on, I think it was Showtime or Cinemax or one of them damn cable channels. And then I finally snagged the DVD. So, bong bong. Chadwick did an amazing job on Get On Up. Some people don't think so because they feel like he didn't have James Brown's moves 100%, but the brother tried. You gotta give him credit. Marshall. This was a really good film. Really good film. Once again, Chadwick, you know, he did a damn good job with that. And of course, Black Panther. I had the DVD. When I get a Blu-ray player, I'll get the Blu-ray and all that. This was my 3D glasses. I went to go see Black Panther when it came out. I saw it twice. I saw the standard version. I saw it in 3D. Now, to see Chadwick Boseman in 3D is truly an experience. That's all I gotta say. Hidden Figures. No, I didn't show this, actually. I could have swore I did. But yes, I have Hidden Figures. Unfortunately, y'all have a right to curse me out for this. I still haven't seen it yet, which is, I don't understand what's taking me so fucking long, but I still haven't seen it. But I do have the book, and I have read the book. So give me that at least. But Y'all have my permission to curse me out for not seeing the movie yet, but I haven't, so I will see it. Mr. Dynamite, The Rise of James Brown, which is a documentary about the Godfather of Soul, and basically how he came on the rise as the legend that we know today. Need I say more? I already showed Motown 25 a long time ago when I first started doing these type of videos, so here it is again. Finally have my own copy of The Bodyguard. Oh man, I still can't believe it about Whitney, man. But she did an awesome job with this movie. The soundtrack is classic. Need I say more? I already showed this box set before, so I'm gonna put this on the side, but this one is what I've been wanting to get for a long time. Once again, back on the James Brown tip, the Star Time box set. If you're a James Brown fan, you have to have this box set, period. There's no ifs, ands, buts, exceptions. You have to have Star Time. That's just how it is. And here's a few books that I have snagged. A few, because there's still more, and I still haven't shown all of my books. That in itself will take a large amount of time to do. Let's put it that way. But I had found this yesterday at Record Archive, and this is 33rd and the 3rd. What? I guess that's how you pronounce it. 33rd and 3rd books. One of the books about the classic, underrated Camp Lo album, Uptown Saturday Night. I mean, I love these type of books, and I love these 33rd and books, 33rd and the 3rd books in particular, because they focus on one album and they get in so much detail and it's so informative. I love it. It's wonderful. I'll pick this up when you get a chance, you hip hop heads out there. Back on Miles. This is his autobiography, his infamous autobiography. Just about finished. I've been reading this on and off because I've been so busy at work, so it's kind of hard for me to keep track on this book. But man, would I tell you that this book is saucy. Between this one and a few other books that I've read over the years, as far as autobiographies are concerned, this book is crazy, boy. I mean, Miles Davis was wild. He was a wild boy. I gotta give it to him, but he was a wild boy, man. I mean, some of the shenanigans that he had gotten into over the years. I don't like how he treated Cicely Tyson. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't like how he treated her. I don't like how he treated Frances, his other wife. I don't like how he treated her at all. I don't like how he treated women in general. But you know, there's a part of me that felt bad for Miles. There's a part of me that didn't feel bad for Miles in certain regards. But nevertheless, I mean, he played with so many great musicians over the years. Coltrane, Thelonious Monk, Duke Ellington. I think he played with Duke Ellington at one time. Dizzy Gillespie, a whole shitload of others, basically. Herbie Hancock. I mean, this brother, like I said, is arguably the best trumpet player of all time. I guess I could give it to Dizzy Gillespie too, because he's another one that's the greatest trumpet player of all time, and he was the foundation for Miles. And Miles said it himself in this book and in countless interviews. He said it. I still have to see that movie Miles Ahead with Don Cheadle, but from some of the clips that I've seen over time, Don Cheadle did it. I mean, he became Miles. I mean, he had the voice and everything down packed. That shit was crazy, man. He did a damn good job with that movie. And I gotta cop that movie too when I see it. I don't know if I ever showed this book. I probably didn't, but Learn to Play the Drums, Step-by-Step Guide. So when I learn drums, I'm gonna try to do that. This I picked up, I think it was a few months ago. I think it was the same day I picked up the Miles Davis book. That was at House of Guitars that I picked up that book and this one. A Century of Jazz, 100 Years of the Greatest Music Ever Made. From blues to bop, swing to hip hop. I mean, this is a great book. Great book. Has a chapter about Miles in here, but it has a chapter about Miles going electric. It doesn't really get into detail with Miles earlier than that. And I'm going to try to collect early Miles, pre-electric Miles. Milestones is one record in particular that I've been wanting to get. That definitely has to be pre-electric. I mean, you can't go wrong with these type of things. You cannot go wrong with Miles. You cannot go wrong with New Edition. You cannot go wrong with Otis. You can't go wrong with the Stones. You can't go wrong with none of these classic artists. Music over the years has been good to us. This past decade, it has been cruel to us, but nevertheless, you know, you gotta give credit where it's due. And when music was great, these artists had brought so much to the table for us and so much magic on any format, be it CD, record, tape, but you can't go wrong with vinyl. I mean, vinyl is the purest form of music that you can ever hear. But to be honest with you, the purest form of music is in person. And if anybody was lucky to have seen these artists at their prime, you are one lucky ducky. That's all I gotta say. That's why I hate being my age now. Because if I was in my 20s back then, I think I probably would have been a much, much happier person than I am now, because I would have experienced more as far as being alive when these artists was at their prime. You know what I'm saying? Now I can only pretend, you know what I mean, and still have the love for the artist, but it's nothing like growing up with that artist and seeing that artist from the beginning to the end and everything in between. You know what I'm saying? It's much more special that way. But anyways, I'm gonna shut up now. And I think that concludes my update videos here. I can't promise that I'm gonna have any more videos anytime soon, but I'm gonna try to do it when I get a chance. But yeah, I did the records, I did the CDs, I did the DVDs and that. If I miss anything, I'll just add it on. But that's it so far. And y'all have a great week. Enjoy the last week of summer. Happy September to everybody. I know it's been a long time coming, but I'm going to try to upload some videos here and there. And yeah, you know, good to be back briefly, but good to be back nevertheless. Sorry for the boringness, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace. One love.